Jujutsu Kaisen recap and Season 2 anticipation. Roll up, anime aficionados, Jujutsu junkies, and everyone in between. Grab your cursed objects, prep your domain expansions, and make sure your protective seals are on point, because we're about to dive headfirst into the action-packed, demon-infested, friendship-fueled roller coaster that is Jujutsu Kaisen. Get ready to revisit the highs, the lows, and the oh no, they didn't moments of the first season with Anioffee. Episode 1. Welcome to Yuji Itadori's ostensible average high school world, where the biggest concern is deciding between the occult club and caring for his dear old bedridden granddad. Well, that was until Megumi Fushiguro strolled into his life asking about a cursed object. No less, turns out Yuji and his crew had come across it. While Yuji struggles to take all the talk about curses seriously, Megumi seems to be pretty serious. His concern isn't just some teenage angst, it's real. As real as the curses wreak havoc in their school, while his friends try to unseal the cursed object. A little late to the scene, Yuji and Megumi work together and manage to subdue the danger. But oh no, there's no time for chit-chat. With Megumi wounded, it is up to Yuji to save the day. So what's his grand plan? Eat the cursed object that the demon in front of him is after? Sounds pretty dumb, but it works. Or does it? Episode 2. Thankfully, Gojo-sensei is there to save the day. Gojo locks up Yuji and explains that he has really just signed up for the death sentence by eating that finger. However, he can maybe, just maybe, live if he somehow survives after eating the 19 other fingers of the demon Sukuna. With no other choice, Yuji Itadori leaves his old life behind and enrolls in Jujutsu High, where he'll be a part of a class consisting of only 3 students, including himself.
Only 3?
Jogo takes Yuji to meet with the principal, who seems to have a weird obsession with plushies. Yuji gets accepted as a student and then heads on to meet the final student along with his new sensei and teammate. Episode 3. Nobara isn't too impressed after meeting her new classmates. As a field test, Gojo sends the rookies to exorcise the cursed spirits in an abandoned building. After the mission, we learn that Nobara is actually way nicer than she initially seemed, and the squad finally starts getting their groove on. But wait, there's trouble brewing on the horizon. Episode 4. Suddenly, the first years are sent to an insanely difficult mission in which they might even come face to face against a literal special grade cursed spirit. While on their rescue mission, Yuji and Megumi get in a fight, but there's no time for that. Yuji has no choice but to give Sukuna full control of his body. Episode 5 and 6. The fight is over in a split second, but a bigger problem is at hand. Yuji can't switch back. Sukuna enjoys his newfound freedom, confronts Megumi, although Yuji wrestles back control. It seems too late. Ladies and gentlemen, our main character has left us. Psych! He's back. Turns out Yuji managed to make a deal with Sukuna and got a second shot at life. Meanwhile, Megumi and Nobara wrestle with the loss of their buddy, while mourning their cross paths with second-year Maki-zen in Toge Inumaki and the literal panda. Yes, a panda. Bro thinks this is Tekken. The second years convince our protagonist to take part in an upcoming school event. Elsewhere, some baddies meet up in a restaurant and form a truce as they plan on getting rid of Gojo, Satoru, and teaming up with Sukuna. While others train for the exchange program outside, Gojo decides to keep Yuji hidden away and train him personally in the most devastating way possible, which is
watching movies.
That's right, watching all kinds of movies. Later, Gojo gets attacked by Jogo. Rookie mistake, pal. Episode 7. As Jogo, the special grade curse, goes all out to finish Gojo, our favorite teacher stays cool as a cucumber. He treats the fight as show and tell for Yuji, displaying his domain expansion and those beautiful eyes. Jogo saved from complete annihilation by another curse, Hanami. Episode 8. Next, we're introduced to Mai Zennin Aoitodo from the Kyoto branch of Jujutsu High. This big guy starts going on about his taste in women and a fight starts. It is eventually stopped by Toge Inumaki, Panda, and Maki, who's actually the sister of Mai. Fast forward a bit, and we meet a literally me character.
Oh wow! It's Satoru Gojo in person, sitting right in front of me!
Yep, she's literally me for real. Episode 9. Buckle up, Yuji. Things are about to go from zero to freaky real fast. Partnering with professional sorcerer Kento Nanami, they are on the case investigating a curse attack. Amidst the curse rumble, Nanami flexes his sorcery muscle, while Yuji shows that movie marathons are a legit workout. Oh, and fangirls get a new reason to go. Nanami and Yuji make a traumatizing discovery. What they are fighting are not curses, but humans modified by their adversary. Nanami assigns Yuji the mission of investigating a young boy named Junpei Yoshino. Episode 10 and 11. As Yuji plays detective, Nanami squares off against the mastermind Mahito. The sparks literally fly, but both live to see another day. Yuji and Junpei become fast friends, but let's just say Junpei hasn't been entirely truthful about his run-ins with curses. The plot thickens as Junpei's mom ends up a victim of a cursed spirit, and it's all part of Mahito's dirty game. Convincing Junpei his classmate is to blame. Episode 12-13. Mahito launches an attack on the school. Yuji shows up a little late and tries to save Junpei, but the poor lad dies a tragic death. Afterwards, a fight ensues in which Mahito is defeated, but survives yet again and escapes the scene. And finally, it's time for our boy Yuji Itadori to make his comeback. Episode 14. As all the participants of the upcoming school competition assemble, Gojo shows up at the last second with Yuji Itadori in the flesh. The rules for the event are explained, but let's be honest, that's not really important for the plot. But wait, the Kyoto Division's principal has a deadly plan in mind: Yuji's assassination. Episode 15, 16, and 17. As the event kicks off, Yuji is left to face off against Todo Ae alone, but let's just say the two hit it off and become the best of buddies. The power of women. As the other Kyoto students show up to kill Yuji, Todo helps him. The Kyoto and Tokyo students split up and face off against each other. Man, she is literally actually me, guys! All the new characters get character development here. Go watch the show for specifics. Episode 18. The inter-school drama is put on hold by an uninvited crasher, the special grade curse Hanami. The baddie's evil plan of separating Gojo and Yuji with a barrier is shockingly successful. Episode 19 and 20. Yuji and Todo, our new power duo, are left to take on the curse monster, and boy do they hold their own. All hail the magical power of bootylicious tall women. Though they pack a punch, it's Gojo who bursts through the barrier like a boss and cleans up the mess. Man, just how powerful is Gojo Sensei? Well, you can find out by checking out the other video in which we talk about every single ability possessed by the most powerful Jujutsu sorcerer, Gojo Satoru. Our heroes win, but the enemies manage to steal some very important cursed items. Episode 21. Thanks to our boy Gojo, the next phase of the competition is just going to be good old baseball. Episode 22. Post-event, our trio embarks on a new mission under the watchful eyes of assistant manager Nita Akari, and they unravel a murder mystery with a cursed twist. They find themselves in Megumi's hometown. Plot twist alert, Megumi has a sleeping beauty stepsister plagued by a curse. To add to their worries, the new curse killer is targeting her. Megumi steps up, asking Yuji and Nobara to back off. Of course, they stick around because what are friends for, right? Episode 23. While the group thought they'd be facing off against a single enemy, a second curse appears in front of them, followed by a third curse that pulls Nobara out of the barrier. It's a 3v3, everyone. Turns out the cursed spirit that Megumi is fighting alone is the same one that appears in episode 4, only this time bro's on steroids. Megumi is able to beat the monster in front of him, all alone with the debut of his very own domain expansion. Let's go! Episode 24. Outside, Yuji and Nobara face off against the other two enemies. While the fight seems one-sided at first, our heroes are able to make a comeback thanks to Nobara's straw doll technique and Yuji's unwavering determination. Yep, that's all the shonen protagonist needs. With their combined strength, our heroes manage to save the day. This brings us to the end of Season 1 of Jujutsu Kaisen. Now, let's not forget about the awe-inspiring prequel, Jujutsu Kaisen 0, that dropped in 2021. If you haven't seen it yet, you're missing out on a cinematic marvel. But today isn't about the prequel, it's all about the much-anticipated, highly awaited sequel. Drumroll, please! Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2. The producers have already dropped 2 trailers for Season 2, and oh boy, if the anime is anything like the teasers, we are in for a visual feast. Thanks to the stunning animation from MAPPA. Plot developments, you ask? Well, the trailer gives us as much insight as a spoon in a knife fight. They're keeping us in suspense, instead giving us a glimpse of Gojo's past. So it seems Season 2 will partly turn back the clock. Don't worry though, it's not all about yesterday, as the story will also move forward in the 2 cores slated for the season. And that's a wrap, folks. We've tackled cursed spirits, talked taste in women, and taken a wild ride through the spectral streets of Jujutsu Kaisen Season 1. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for more laughter, more excitement, and more cursed madness. Until next time, keep your domain expansions ready, and remember, never touch a mysterious cursed object unless you want to find yourself in deep trouble.